Good morning. Hey, I can proudly announce it's basically painted. Hey, let's do a little walk around here. Oh my. Still quite early here. Okay, I got a good couple of coats on that headstock and uh, this end. Got to go over the carriage a little bit. The camera makes things look a little better than they actually do. This is just one coat on the tailstock. I can show you my, if you've seen it earlier, there's a big chunk missing right here from it getting run into the chuck. So there's a chunk of Bondo in there. Yeah. A little bit of a Bondo rebuild here and there, I guess. But you know, I actually really like this color. This is Massey Ferguson vintage gray. There's several Massey Ferguson grays, but this is the old tractor. Yeah, let's see down low. Still gonna go over it, but I tell you what, that's quite a bit of work, you know. Yeah, I just think it's gonna be just real nice old lathe. And I got the base of the drill here. That's just one coat on there. It's real mottled looking here. I'll have to see what it looks like on the video, but you can kind of see through to the primer coat. So I'll go over that. And you know, I just do a whatever hillbilly job of painting, but you know, I get the paint out of the bucket and on the machine, and I got them prepared good enough that the paint's going to stick. And let's go on in here. Oh, I get to clean up this mess. It's getting better. Okay, so this is what it's going to look like. Basically, you know, I get the paint smoothed up and stuff. It'll look like this old milling machine. Different color though. This is a real bluish gray, and I like it. And I like it just because it's unique to this machine. Now, looking at paint jobs. Now, this is as painted here, and from George Washington Machinery, who has got this from. And you can see, like here, they just painted over the chips. You know, they didn't scrape the paint off of it, and you know, it looks okay. It's got this blue paint, excuse me, and kind of a off-white or cream-colored wheels. Now, they painted the, I got the Cincinnati tool and cutter grinder from them, and they painted this too. And so I got these two matching machines. And it's kind of funny, I got this machine from them, and I think it was 10 years later I got the jig board from them. It was sitting in an old gas station that they had stuffed in a small town out there by Moses Lake. So anyway, these two machines match. I was kind of thinking about repainting them, but you know, they're all right. Then this one's kind of unique, and believe it or not, this is the factory paint. 90% of it that's on there, through some primer paint over bare areas. But you know, you take a machine like this, and I'll tell you what, I would rather buy a machine like this with the original paint on it. Now, Monarch didn't put paint on all that great, so it chips off. And like this one used a pretty active coolant, and so it got under the paint, kind of lifted it up. But I decided not to repaint this machine because I think it holds its value more, you know. And so, you know, I baby this machine. I keep this tarp on it. The next owner is going to really appreciate how much, you know, effort I put in caring for that machine. So then I painted this whole thing here, this one, and I did scrape all the paint off of it, and painted it with Sherwin-Williams machine gray, which seems to be impossible to find locally here. So that's my paint story. So the two machines outside, when they're done, you know, all said and done, they'll look just like this, you know. Then you start using the machine, which you should. You wipe it down with kerosene, oil, and all that stuff, and it just looks like a machine. And I think this looks good enough. It doesn't need an automotive paint job, you know. I use this thing, you know. Oh, I try to stay off eBay, but sometimes there's some deals on there, and I used to borrow these from a guy. Oh, I get it down here in the case. And I used to borrow these from a guy, but he went out of business, sold everything, and moved to Florida, last I heard. So I had to buy this, and what a deal, $43. And that's a V-anvil micrometer 2 to 3 inch Scher Tomenko, and 43 bucks and $9 shipping. And this is going to be real handy. Now, you can do all kinds of things with these. One of the uses is checking roundness of stuff, parts coming off centerless grinders, but also you can measure the flutes on cutters, 3 and 5 flute. So I'm going to make some wheel cutters, and I've got some woodworking cutters to make too, but I won't bore you too much with that. I got metal cutting, you know, stuff to cutters to make. So this is going to be handy. And I went ahead and picked up a 1 to 2 inch. And I believe somewhere I have I think it's like 100 thousandths to 1 inch, like that, the smallest one. But I think this is the biggest, the largest size is 2 to 3 inch that I've seen of these things. And Starrett makes them, Brown and Sharp made them, and this one company Scher Tomenko makes it too, and they're just really good. So that'll be, you know, you can. Makes it easy to sharpen your cutters over here and, you know, check the diameter quickly. You may count 3 flute counter bores and things, and I think that's a lot of fun to do, and I find those tools useful, so I'm going to make some of those and show how that's done. It's just a little bit more complicated than the boring bar, but I'll run through all that process again. You know, and about all I can do on this cutter stuff is to show you as I was shown. And I don't know, when you get into cutter grinding and stuff like that, it becomes less of a classroom situation to more of a, well, let's get this job done, and you learn as you go. And I think I can show you quite a few little things that I've learned just by doing them on the cutter grinder and the other machines too. So head back out here, and nice this morning. And you know, I tell you, it's really nice to get the paint on this cast iron, because now it's getting cooler in the morning, so you start getting a dew and stuff, and bare cast iron really wants to catch rust, you know, even when the humidity's not all that high. So I think that's looking pretty darn good. And I'll go ahead and throw a few more coats on, but you know, this is pretty much a done deal. I just got some small parts and things to do, things to fix, and get back to a little more regular machine work. Okay, you guys have a great day, and maybe I can even get another video out, because I got a lot of little things to do. Okay, bye-bye.